So we got a problem. We got a real problem here. First of all, this is Austin Awkward. I'm Adam. Thank you so much for joining me. But the problem is that the election for the President of the United States of America is just around the corner. And we have two people to choose from in the major parties who are awful. We've talked about this before, about how I don't really consider myself a Republican anymore, and the party doesn't really represent me, and it's obvious because Donald Trump does represent me. So yeah, I'm not going to vote for him. And Hillary? No. So that leaves me with very few options, and there's a lot of people like me. So I'll talk about me, as in the royal me, and you can kind of impose your own self in this situation. So yeah, I could not vote at all. That doesn't seem like a good option. First of all, if you don't vote, they don't have to care about what you think, right? Nobody has to care about what you think. And sure, on the grand scale at the federal level, one vote doesn't matter very much. The plutocracy isn't swayed by my little views, and so that's kind of an issue to begin with, but that's for another day. But more to the point is I don't get the opportunity to voice my opinion on local and state elections, where my vote really does matter and where the impact of what I'm voting for is felt almost immediately. So yeah, that's probably not a good choice. I have some friends who've mentioned voting for a third party candidate, like Gary Johnson, in an attempt to kind of not to win the election, but to get them federal funding for future elections. So that could be one way to short circuit the system, get some more parties involved who might actually represent some of the issues that I'm concerned about. Or the one that I'm leaning to right now, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go through with this, is to vote in the election, to vote for my local elected officials, my state representatives, things of that nature, but just to leave the president and vice president blank, to remain silent on that. Now, obviously, if it's just one person who does this, it's kind of a moral thing. It's my own little private protest, right? But if more people did it, that'd be great. Because I think it's not fair that we have to vote for the people we're being presented to vote for here. They're not good candidates. They don't represent me. They don't represent most of America. And in a time when so much is at stake here in the United States, when the kind of the the very fabric of our society is being torn apart from within, it's probably not the best of times to have criminals and immoral human beings running offices, running the highest office in the land. So, hey, you know what? I understand that's been the case for a long time. So, at any rate, I don't know. I think I might do that. I might just leave because if I don't vote, then I'm just going to be one of the millions of human beings in the United States who don't vote in this election. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's the lowest voter turnout in 50 years. But if I can show just a little bit of protest without completely giving up my voice, that'd be ideal, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna leave those two blank. At least that's the way I'm leaning now, and as a form of protest. And I don't think it's a bad form, and I think it's a way that I can still keep my voice heard here in Spokane without giving into the machine. Guys, thank you so much for listening and checking this out. I really appreciate you tuning in so regularly. I will see you next time.